Digital Pathology trailblazers. Good morning from Uscap. Last day of the conference. Actually, I scheduled the live stream for tomorrow as well, but I'm like, there's not going to be anybody here tomorrow, so I might as well cancel. And as I am waiting for you to join in, I'm going to tell you about a few of my adventures today that I had before 7 a.m. A little adventure. So first I go to the FedEx office because I had to print something. And the person at the FedEx office says, oh, there is a printer 24 hours. So of course, what does Alex do? What does Alex not do? Check what she needs to print from the printer. So I, everything ready for the live stream. Half an hour, I'm gonna make it, no problem. And I go there and the options are USB, which I don't have, Dropbox, which I don't remember the password, OneDrive, I don't remember the password, and then whatever, there was nothing. I stood there 10 minutes and didn't figure it out, so I'll have to go back to the FedEx office. And then I take my camera and like vlogging, oh, I went and it didn't work, and it's on me because I didn't come prepared. And then I also left a tripod at one booth that I was recording. And I only have two now. One is for the lights. And then I look for the second one. I'm like, shoot, it's not there, but I found it. So anyway, I see you guys are here listening to what's happening or what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a quick update on what I did yesterday. And you can tell me what you did yesterday at this conference in the comments. Give me some comments. I didn't get any comments. Just say hi in the comments. I always feel so happy when you comment. And I also, do you know what that is? If you're watching, you will know and comment what that is, but I'll tell you. Korean heart. I didn't know they do hearts like this. Now instead of, or maybe it's Asian heart as well. So what I'm doing, I'm crossing two fingers. Maybe everybody knows that. Now I need to know because selfies you need to do with this Korean heart. And how do they know? Because two digital pathology trailblazers from Korea came to the booth yesterday, and they read the book, and it is just so nice to hear from you. And I love hearing from you in the comments. That's why I'm super excited when you guys are commenting and you're interacting with me. But because I was here at the booth, I had a few people who came and said, oh, I read your book and you make it fun. And I'm like, I don't think I'm so funny, but I guess any level of entertainment in pathology is above the baseline. But anyway, they showed me Korean heart. They also were so happy that I provide this information. But what I told them, it works both ways. If there weren't any people who are interested in this, like, what would be the point of doing this? No point. And I keep hearing people, some of them may be brushing teeth right now and getting ready for the conference. So give me a comment in the chat if you are able to. But if you're brushing your teeth, don't worry, brush your teeth first. So yeah, I was doing some recordings, and then I have these clip-on microphones, and I have two of them. There's another one, and I always clip the other one to the other person. And what do I do then? I leave it with this person. So I always like go back, go to another recording, and I'm like, oh, let me go back to the previous booth because I left my microphone there. So that happened yesterday as well. Other than that, we had two very interesting podcasts at the Muse booth. So they are a sponsor of a series of podcasts with key opinion leaders. Those podcasts are a little different than the usual ones. The usual ones are a little longer, more like scripted or have questions that I prepare. Here, no, we're basically engaging with the key opinion leaders and asking them, hey, would you be able to tell us what's your engagement in digital pathology and how do you see the Muse technology fitting into the new digital pathology workflow? So I had the honor to interview Dr. Dry, who's the boss of Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao is the presenter from the Muse panel. He's also at the professor of innovation. Like, he has a special title to deal with innovation at UCLA. And I had the honor to interview his boss, who basically gives him a lot of freedom, and she's a, a strong leader, like has a strong leadership personality, very non-nonsense, to the point, but also this gentle side of, okay, if you have good people, let them do what they do well. And she has Dr. Rao, and he always has been interested in new technologies. Then he brings this to the table when she says this, and she's like super advanced when it comes to the future of pathology. So that's going to be on the podcast. I don't want to reveal too much. And thank you so much for the comments that I should keep doing it. Nice job. Thank you so much. And then there's another question. What you find surprising in digital pathology here? I'm going to answer this one as well after I give you this little recap. So Dr. Dry was a fantastic person to interview. She has a vision that is a vision of the future, but she also has an approach to change management, to implementing things in an institution, to getting people on board, not forcing this down anybody's throat, but like engaging. And we talked about that and about a few more things, and that was an interesting thing. Another podcast that I had was with Dr. Osamura from Japan. And honestly, I have no idea about how life in Japan looks. I actually talked to a friend, a fellow pathologist whose wife is in Japan. He gave me like a 5-minute insider insight. But anyway, why am I saying this? Because we know so well what we know, and then we have no idea about the stuff that we don't know, including countries, including workflows, including culture, opinion. And I like to think of myself as somebody who traveled a lot and like seen a lot. US is the 6th country where I have lived and worked, but then you talk to somebody who's from there and you realize you have no idea. So something that I learned is that, so he introduced digital pathology and in his hospital. And he's telling me, oh, no, our pathologists are reading digital, and it's good for consultation and, all the different digital pathology advantages. But we also have the microscopes and the glass. And I'm like, why would you do that? I was not aggressive with my questions, but that was something that surprised me. And I kind of came back to this question. He says, yes, this is what the regulators require, and we hope it's going to change, and we're working on changing this. But, super calm, super patient, and what I admire about him, in an environment where you still, and they do the classical digital pathology, and of course we talked about Muse and how this would make life different, especially for the remote areas. In Japan is on islands, so that's like another challenge, logistical challenge for pathology. So, right, if you would have direct to digital pathology imaging somewhere at places where there are no pathologists, then that would solve a lot of problems. But what I respected so much about him is the level of enthusiasm about digital pathology, and like the level of commitment, how convinced you are that this is the way to go. And he's, of course, a member of the Asian Society of Digital Pathology, to introduce it in your institution when you know you will have to do both modalities in parallel. So great respect for believing in the technology so much. And yeah, so we talked about that, about a few different things, and let's see if I can get a few more key opinion leaders here to the booth and have some other meaningful conversations. You're going to be having this on the podcast. You already have, if you missed the live streams from news booth or wherever I was doing those live streams, they're already on the podcast. So you can just listen to them on the podcast, meaning the audio podcast as well. I don't think we have the show notes ready, and it's like not polished, but I thought I will put them out ASAP so that it is super timely. The other things that need editing will need some editing. So, I mean, sometimes things go out fast. The stuff I do on social media that I can do real time goes out fast. So there's an unofficial competition for the best swag at this conference, and TechSite with their socks is pretty high on the list. So there is a post on LinkedIn where I have a video of those histology socks. If you have some cool swag, and I know I need to post the Muse pin as well just to enter the competition. I have to say, there are a couple of innovative things here. So whoever wants to enter the competition, do the picture, even from your booth. If you're a vendor, that's okay as well. I will be running around and showing this post so that you guys can take part in this competition. Post the little picture of the swag that you have. Oh, there was an impressive thing at Merck booth. You can take a photo of your face and have it on cappuccino coffee. I need to do that. I need to enter them into the competition if they're not listening to this live stream. Anything else that I wanted to... Oh, so Georgia at Digital Pathology Trailblazer from Roche, where I was recording yesterday. What did I leave there? Yeah, the microphone. But I picked it up. She had a fantastic idea, and let's see if I can execute on this. She said, hey, can you go to all the digital pathology and AI vendors and just ask them what's new? What is their goal for this conference? What do they have? What do they show? Because I would love to know, but I have to be at my booth, so I cannot do that. And I thought it was a fantastic idea. So that's my plan for today. A packed agenda, but I think I can do it. So whenever the vendors start coming here, I think the participants can come at 9. So maybe the vendors are going to be here at 8:30, so I can start doing my walk and just give you a 2-sentence update from everybody. What's new? What are you trying to show to the digital pathology trailblazers at this conference? And that might be a recurring format. And I want to include everybody, regardless of whether they are digital pathology sponsors. Obviously, sponsors may be featured a little more because I do want to show them appreciation even beyond the sponsorship, but I want to include everybody regardless of their sponsorship budget or if we are working together or not, because you are digital pathology trailblazers and you are advancing digital pathology. And other than that, I think that's going to be my plan for today. And going back to the question, what surprised me in digital pathology at this conference? Was there a surprise? I don't know if I have a immediate answer to this. Maybe not surprise. Observation that I had at the beginning already, that a lot of companies are here, meaning digital is becoming the integral part of pathology. So they are present at pathology conferences. This is not a digital pathology conference. It's a pathology conference. And they are all here. All the people I work with, all the people in the digital pathology space, scanners, image management, tissue imagers like Muse, both cutting edge and the established technologies. And a super cool thing is they visit each other's booth and they look for collaboration. It's very much the era or the time of interoperability, and everybody wants to work with everybody. So that's not let's say that's a change, not change. That's the trend that we have right now, and this is aligned with the principle of interoperability. I don't know if it's a principle. Basically, interoperability, you want to be able to pick the devices that you want, pick the software that you want, or like do both. Like, let's have one system for one part of the workflow that is closed, and then add on top of different things. Another thing that's happening, everybody who has an image management system is trying to get the AI providers on board, so that the pathologists, when they are reading in their image management system, they can get access to the AI. So at Roche booth yesterday, they were showing me, that was not the focus of the video, the focus was their scanner, DP600, but they were showing this to me. Procia has that. TechSide showed that you can deploy algorithms. So this is super cool, because then you don't need to go to another place. Those algorithms are already there. Those vendors are working together. You just like call one phone number to fix, like if you need support, and you will need support, because it's not that you buy a scanner like a phone and you're going to click a button and it's going to start working. There's going to be a very intensive time of your IT working with the vendor and things like that. So that's for today. If you see me around, just say hi. I have heard, I have seen a few digital pathology trailblazers yesterday, and it makes me smile, and it makes me feel that it has use what I'm doing. So that's good. Anything else? Oh yeah. So I'm sad that it's over. I'm a little bit looking forward to the recovery time, but the last day of the conference is is a little different, because at the beginning everybody is a lot more official. They are like, everybody has their objectives for the conference, and they're trying to work towards that objectives. And on the third day as well, but everybody's guard, or like the official business persona mixes up, or this, like, this persona lowers down, your normal persona comes up, and you have different kind of conversations, like more candid conversations, because this is a very niche field, I would say. Not only is pathology not that like huge of a field, people were asking me, oh, does anybody else listen to your podcast? And I'm like, I don't think so. If you're not in the pathology space, I don't think this is of any relevance to you. But maybe somebody does. Sometimes on YouTube, when I have these more general videos that I sometimes throw in there, like histology videos, like some, update from wherever. Anyway, YouTube is a little bit more less focused on just pathology. So then I get some more people, but I don't think anybody listens to this who is not in the pathology space. And if you are, please leave me a comment, because that's going to make me smile as well. But yeah, the third day, you have cool conversations. You have like basically these people are all friends. They know each other. They probably worked with each other at one company or another. And also from, it looks like, it feels like, oh, they just like the same people, but then for a different company. And from a company perspective, like, how would you hire somebody with expertise in this field if they didn't already work for a different company in this field? So yeah, and those who are new, they benefit from my book. So before we go, I want to give you if you have not gotten the book yet, then I'm gonna leave a QR code. This is very useful for people who are just starting their journey. I've heard many of the people entering the field or switching disciplines and joining this was useful for them. You can scan the QR code and get the book for free. This is a PDF, free PDF. Also for people who have expertise in one aspect of digital pathology, but are switching. Let's say you have expertise in imaging and like imaging, generating the images, and now you're switching to image analysis or AI. So that's going to be something useful for you. Or just also as a teaching resource. If you want a structured way of teaching this to people, you are like an advanced digital pathology trailblazer, and you want to teach those who don't have that much experience yet, and that's going to be something for you. And without further ado, I will just say bye here, and I hope I see you on the floor of Uscap on the last day. And if not online, leave me comments, give me some likes here for this video so that we can show it to more people and have more digital pathology trailblazers at Uscap next year, and in general in the field, because this is where pathology is going, with classical methods and the cutting edge methods like direct digital. Oh, I see the logo of Muse. Let's see if I can up there. No, trying to direct the camera. Anyway, above my head is the logo of Muse Microscopy, who are sponsoring this series of podcasts. So thank you so much. And if you're still here, come and visit Muse at booth 528 and have a fantastic last day of Uscap. Bye.